Hey, it's Mr. And once again, this time I'm gonna be doing a special little thing that I've been waiting for a while. Another unboxing video, but it's not gonna be, usual booster back, not booster back, booster boxes of trading cards. So what I have here is a package from Limited Run. Now, before I open the box, I would like to explain to you those who are not familiar with this company, Limited Run. Limited Run was a company that was founded, I would say, maybe in the mid 2010s. They're known for releasing physical copies of various games that are usually digital only, and it was a interesting idea, but as years gone by, the company has pretty much got a bad reputation. But I'll explain in later detail why. But most of the games that you see on PSN, Xbox Live, Nintendo eShop, Steam, that these are games that were released digitally, but yet didn't get any physical releases. Released in stores like Best Buy, GameStop, etc., etc. I believe you can also get their games on Amazon, again from Limited Run, but in a way I did have a bit of a weird history with them. So does pretty much a lot of gamers, which I'll keep going on until I decided to let you know what's in this box. But originally, yes, I did order through them, I would say from 2019. It was basically River City Girls, and I believe it took about 4 months for the game to come out, along with the collector's edition. Fortunately, the first mistake that they did was they sent me the Switch version, which I wanted the PS4, but because I bought 2 copies of the Switch version standard edition, along with the, I would say, the ultimate or collector's edition of the PS4, and yet they sent me the Switch version, which pissed me off. But of course I couldn't do anything, because again, this is a company that makes games on demand depending on who pre-orders them. Like, they're not gonna have like thousands of copies in their warehouse. No, this is basically something that, okay, gamers notice that, yeah, this is the company, like, why this company is tasked of releasing games and sell it for like slightly higher price. And as the story goes on, yes, their reputation started to alienate consumers because of their weird policies, and eventually later on they started releasing more games that, again, people want to get physically, because people all have a sort of bias between physical and digital media, and Limited Run is one of those companies that distributes, like I said, games. And so a good example of what I'm going to show before I release the box right here. So one of them, like I said, was River City Girls. I want the PS4 version. This is the PS5 though. Of course, you don't see it on the cover, but if you check the back, see right there, Limited Run. And keep in mind, the digital version costs $29, while the physical version $35. So slightly higher, but either way, River City Girls was a bit high price for $29 game that was maybe about a few hours, compared to something like Scott Pilgrim, which was $15 but had a longer gameplay. And speaking of Scott Pilgrim, yes, I also got this. See, look, again, Limited Run. You see right there, Ubisoft decided to partner up with them, also because I guess the 10-year anniversary of Scott Pilgrim. people want the game to come back, and the creator decided, okay, we're gonna ask the director Edgar Wright, who directed Scott Pilgrim. You may know him as the director of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. And he's like, okay, we're gonna find a way to release this game, and pretty much this was a game that I guess people want to get, because again, if it gets delisted, this is pretty much the only thing that we can have for this game. And then there's also another Scott Pilgrim game coming out as well, and of course Limited Run, as per usual, is one of the distributors of the game, and they have these weird ideas of, oh, we're gonna have 3 different versions. We have the standard game, a collector's edition, and ultimate. And if you pre-order the game, don't expect it to come right away or have them ship out, because again, they're gonna be stalling. And that's the one problem with Limited Run, is that because of their oversaturation of their I would say their warehouse, they kept telling me, hey, we're gonna release this game, don't forget to pre-order, and delays, which pretty much, again, I got gamers who are pissed off because you have to wait a very long time for their product. Actually, at one point, in the group right here, this Scott Pilgrim Complete Edition for the PS4, this took about a year and a month. Yeah, I didn't get this until a year and a month later. And I decided to do 2 different transactions because, again, if you pre-order everything in one setting, yeah, your items are not going to be sent one at a time. They're going to send it as soon as your whole order is complete. So again, that's a kind of a little warning right there. But as pretty much, I can keep going on not bragging, but explaining why, like I said, people are not fans of this company. This also includes, I guess, a controversial, I would say, incident where one of their marketing managers was fired because of her, I guess, her tweets and the fact that she liked Hogwarts Legacy, which a certain, if this person, if anything, was some kind of maybe someone famous on the internet. If you're someone who watches My Little Pony, or if you're like one of the bronies out there, you probably knew who that person is. But again, I don't want to keep bringing this up because it's not really part of a story with them. But yeah, so Limited Run, like I said, I'm kind of mixed with them. Sometimes, okay, I want to buy some stuff, their stuff, but at the same time, I'm gonna be waiting around. So right here in this box that I'm just gonna explain. I'm not explain. I'm just gonna slowly open and explain why I bought this item. So pretty much, if anybody doesn't know, one of my favorite games of all time is, well, I'll pull it out as soon as I explain it. But again, I'm just rambling on because, again, I want to do this video as soon as possible. But again, as usual, family interruptions, and I also got stuff to take care of. So I want to do this right away. This was supposed to come out. Well, this was supposed to be sent to me the day after, but somehow they sent it early. So I'm just gonna open the contents right now. So I'm just gonna open it real quick. I'm just gonna okay. Thankfully the flying address is not on the card. So what you see here in case you can't really see it, of course, I got some. Okay, so in case no one sees it, I'm just gonna pull it out right now. Yeah, something you probably don't know, or maybe you have seen on my channel. So I got myself Yakuza 0. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know I'm filming this with one hand. Okay, so I also got, as well, Yakuza Kiwami, or better known as Yakuza 1 Remake, and Yakuza Kiwami on the Switch. So, weird thing is this. Yakuza is, like I said, has been released on as a physical game for a fraction of the price of what Limited Run sells you. So, for those who don't know, yeah, people, like I said, bought the game for, I guess I would say bought the game, but bought the physical copy from, I guess, Limited Run. Pretty much, if you want, like I said, if anything, it's best to know that on PSN network, yeah, it's still there. The game is still there. On Xbox Live, however, it's been delisted, and there is no actual physical copies of the said game. So we have a weird idea that okay, so why did this we're gonna decide to release the Yakuza games on PS4? Because what's funny is that, again, Yakuza has been one of the games I pretty much overlooked. That's sent to everybody else. Everybody overlooked at the game. They thought, oh, maybe it's like a Grand Theft Auto ripoff, but somehow it has its own little niche of its gameplay and storyline that kind of drew in a small little crowd until maybe I would say either Zero or in this case Like a Dragon Part 7, or known as Yakuza Like a Dragon or Part 7. And again, I'm just recording something. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just rambling on because I'm just trying to relieve the story. But if anything, yes, I do have the Yakuza games as well. I probably gonna do a little comparison between the two. And I forgot to mention that by pre-ordering Yakuza 0, they give you this little slipcase where you could put the games in. But it's only just the regular, just the not the physical games. Not the physical games. Just the regular games, not the collector's edition. So we have here, like I said, all enough to put all 7 games: 0, Kiwami 2, Yakuza 3 Remastered, Part 4 Remastered, 5 Remastered, and 6, also known as the Song of Life. Yes. And like I said, am I going with this? Okay. But yeah, pretty much, like I said, I overlooked Yakuza back then. Probably wasn't interested until I start playing again Yakuza Like a Dragon or Part 7. I pretty much got the idea of it until maybe around the 12th chapter in the game, And I decided, you know what? I think I should just start from the beginning. So I end up finding all 6 games on sale and managed to buy them in the bundle. And then start playing Yakuza 0 and try to get familiar with, I guess, their main, like I said, their main character or the poster boy of the series, Kazuma Kiryu. And interesting enough, the game got me hooked. I don't know why. Maybe it was, and it was during the pandemic where I pretty much didn't work, so I ended up playing the Yakuza games. You know, most of them until part 5, where I kind of like, okay, I want to play something else now. And pretty much later on, I ended up recording a let's play of Yakuza 0, even though there was no commentary. And I started on Yakuza Kiwami, but the problem is I was suffering from burnout because trying to upload Yakuza 0, it took like hours, especially the last video, which I ended up staying up until 3 a.m. just to upload the video. And yeah, it's on my channel, and I did take a hiatus uploading stuff because it pretty much drained me. So if anything, I would probably go back and do Yakuza Kiwami, start over, or maybe later on try to maybe do a replay of Part 0 Director's Cut, which is, you can see, which is released on the Switch 2, which is the main reason why I bought a Switch 2, even though it's a freaking key card. And pretty much what's also ridiculous is that, and also there's no point of getting the Switch version when Yakuza Kiwami and Kiwami Part 2 are going to be released on the Switch 2 and PS5. And same thing with Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. So it's kind of like, okay, that's pretty much like a waste or a pointless thing to do. So, but for me, I think it's pretty much part of my collection because, again, it's one of my favorite series of all time. Took over, I guess, something like Final Fight, which is something Final Fight should have been, but Streetwise, as in the game that pretty much killed the series altogether. And I don't know if I want to do a let's play on that because, like, it looked cool, but I don't know if anybody ever played Final Fight Streetwise. Yeah, just let me know. If not, then maybe I'll buy a copy online and do it myself and show you why that game, destroyed the franchise and pretty much prevent any games other than the first one, like Capcom. But yeah, but so so I'm just gonna somehow find a way to open this, but again, it sucks because I'm holding the phone with one hand. I can't find my tripod anywhere. Again, I'm just trying to get, like I said, my workspace filled up. But anyway, I'll just move the box out of the way. So yeah, just gotta open this right now. Okay. Anyways, I decided to re-record the video again because I guess the shot of my toes were shown and I don't want to disturb people. So, and plus I was having trouble opening, I guess, the boxes. So once again, I'm gonna be showing off the Yakuza 0 and Kiwami unboxing, but I already opened it already. But I just want to show off the case again. But one thing I forgot to mention is that on the spine, you just notice that it shows like a dragon, and if you connect all 7 games, 0 to 6, it just shows the Dragon of Dojima, which is Kiryu's signature tattoo on it. So pretty much we're gonna be speaking again. Yes, Yakuza 0 was I guess a game that I got into after playing like Yakuza Like a Dragon, or Part 7 in this case, and I didn't realize, oh, okay, made a mistake like a lot of people, and decide, okay, you know what, I'll pretty much go and play Part 0, start from the beginning. And that's what I did. I mean, I just like the majority of people, I did overlook the Yakuza games and didn't realize how great they were later on. And when the pandemic happened, I pretty much played the Yakuza games, when I was pretty much temporarily laid off from work. And I pretty much played up till part 5 until, like I said, got a little tired and want to play something else. But if anything, I did not mention, or maybe if anybody knows, that I did do a Let's Play of Yakuza 0 many years ago, and started on Kiwami, but I suffered from burnout due to uploading the videos, and I think the last part on Yakuza 0 took a long time, and I stayed up until 3 a.m. just to upload the video, and since then I haven't any uploaded the Yakuza series in general, and I kind of want to do it. But anyways, yeah, I just pretty much decided, okay, you know what, okay, I'll just show off the inside. So inside we have, like I said, Yakuza 0, and all the games are going to have the monochrome black and white image. And if in case I just want to show it off, yes, we have right here Yakuza 0, the original. And just for laughs or boredom, we have Yakuza 0 Director's Cut on the Switch 2, which eventually will get released on PS5, along with Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, which will have, I guess, like I said, the English voice cast. So again, on PS5 and Switch 2, which kind of makes owning these really running copies kind of redundant, unless of course you're an Xbox player, and since there is no physical releases for the Xbox of this particular game, and it's also delisted as well on the Xbox Live. So pretty much, if, like I say, if you want to play Yakuza on the Xbox, okay, this is probably your best go. So taking a quick look at both games, they're pretty much identical in terms of, like I said, the front cover, but the inside is much different. So for example, here's the original disc. Looks, like I said, has Majima and Kiryu on it. That shows the back of, like I said, the details. Whereas this one has a pretty plain, like I said, cover. Does have the RGG logo on it along with Sega, and then of course the little booklet that just shows a little bit of how to play the game and character bios. And looking at it, you see right here, it's like I said, slightly a little bit different detail. It's clean with the Limit Run logo on it. And then we have here, it's included with the collection edition, the soundtrack, which is 3 discs. It's not, there's tracks listed. It does have, the well-known songs, Judgment, Baka Mitai, 24-Hour Cinderella in it. And so you also get the Grand keychain, which, okay, was like a little nice feature. Again, like I said, Limit Run does have collectibles, but they kind of either suck or pique people's interest. And inside you have little character bio cards. So you got, like I said, Kiryu and Majima. And of course, in an acrylic standee, uh, Kiryu, and pretty much every single one of them's gonna be him, but in different poses and again different ages. They could connect together. So okay. And again, and of course, if you want, you could just put the games like this, even though it feels incomplete because, like I said, the rest of the games won't be shipped out until much later. And I did, if in case I didn't mention earlier, or maybe I did, that Lemon Run sent me 5 emails explaining to me that, oh, you're excited, you're excited to get your hands on so and so, but if we but we were gonna tell you this is the new estimate shipping date, and and again they kept telling me from like every couple months, like, oh, okay, before it was gonna be by March of this year, but no, it got delayed till July, then September, and then October, and they kept like sending me emails saying that, oh, the items that you pre-ordered are gonna be shipped much later, due to the fact they're, like I said, they're trying to, like I said, make all the, I guess, all the collectible crap that's included with the collector's edition sets, and like I said, I won't say liquidizing their supplies, but yeah, just oversaturating, like I said, their products. That's why, because if you just, yeah, if you just bought the standard edition, okay, you'll get that in maybe a few months. But any type of collector's edition you buy from them, they're gonna be, like I said, taking forever. I mean, again, I think someone on YouTube, I would say YouTube, yeah, bought a Scott Pilgrim record, and it took him about, he said, at least 670 days, so almost 2 years. And this Scott Pilgrim complete edition pretty much took about a year and a half. Yes, a year and a half to ship. So let that sink in. So I'm just gonna close this up, which I think I can't because of the keychain. Yeah, I'm gonna just take out the keychain and then just put it back. Next here, okay, so we have Yakuza Kiwami, or better known as, like I said, remake of Yakuza 1. And just like I said, it looks, again, cover, look at it, plain generic background. And here's Yakuza Kiwami, the original. See, again, looks the same, just the PlayStation hits. And let's see how that one looks like. You got Kiryu and Nishiki. Okay, see, so it has a little more detail, and of course, like I said, different design. And a soundtrack, but again, with pretty much, like I said, just the same music, which includes one of the best tracks on which is number 9, "Get Over It," which you'll be hearing constantly in the game. And for this one, the bonus items is these known as the Musu King cards, which is basically a rock paper type scissors game that features insect monsters, kind of similar like to Pokemon, but with, like I said, women dressed in revealing outfits. And yeah, so they give you 5 cards. I'm not sure if it's random for each set, but yeah, this is like a sort of a mini game, or from a, I guess if you familiar with the Yakuza games, sub stories, and then you see all these weird events going on. And for this one, we have Majima and Kiryu once again, but this time now much older, since it takes place in briefly in 1995 and 2005, and another Kiryu acrylic standee. So, and then as for the other collection editions, uh, I did see the bonus stuff they add to it, but it's pretty much crap at this point, and yeah. So again, I have to wait for the others. And in case again, once again, if I keep once again, I apologize if I keep repeating or not mentioning, but yeah, since I would pre-order Yakuza 0, you get this. It's like that slipcase cover that fits the games. And if you want, you could just put in the limited runs if you just want to, display it, or in case you want to be insane or decide, hey, you know what, I got a better idea. How about we put there. How about we put the entire series together? And thinking, what? How many games? So, yes, we have 0, Kiwami 2, Yakuza Remastered Collection, which has Part 3, 4, and 5, Part 6, The Song of Life, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And pretty much excluding all the spin-off games, Judgment, Lost Judgment, The Man Who Erased His Name, Like a Dragon Ishin, and of course, Dead Souls, and of course the most recent one, Powered Yakuza in Hawaii. So yes, we have the entire Yakuza series in one collection. If you want to do it like this, sure, it looks weird because of the, like I said, the case coloring, but still, rather than just leaving it one at a time, just might as well, hey, you want to just fill this up instead? Okay. Yeah. Again, limit run. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm just going. Just again, it's late, and the fact that I had to reshoot it because of my foot, and then, of course, now I looked up, and you saw my messy desk on top right there, but also, people, if anything, I have a point question regarding this series. Now, in the comments below, if you feel like it, do you want me to continue with the Yakuza series as a Let's Play? I mean, if anything, I could just start over from director's cut of 0, or just play, like I said, the games as I play as I see fit. Because pretty soon, Yakuza Kiwami 3 and the DLC story Dark Ties will be also released by February. So I think I can get probably this done if I can. But again, due to my work schedule and the fact that I got family members who don't respect my privacy and always show no support towards me, yeah, it's kind of sad that I have to bring this up, but either way, yeah, it's just something I just don't want to bring up and cause drama. So, but still, if you are really interested in me playing the Yakuza games on my channel, even though it's been done to death by so many YouTubers, and some of them kind of, like I said, get on my nerves when they keep pronouncing the series as Yakuza instead of, like I say, Yakuza, the more proper way of pronouncing it. I know, like, Asian, like, pronunciations can be difficult, but sometimes it's better just to be corrected and say it right than say it incorrectly and people just mock at it. So yeah, like I said, if you just want to play the Yakuza games, okay, just let me know. I'll probably go back to it when I ever get a chance. But anyways, all right, people, I'm probably gonna be just like I said, just gonna try my best to upload as much as I can, other than unboxing videos, especially with like card games, and that's it. But either way, I do appreciate if you watch this video. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.